In the dark underworld of Amsterdam, one name stood out. A man feared by rivals, hunted by the police, and whispered about across Europe. Noffel F, also known as Noffel. To some, he was a ghost, directing murders from afar. To others, he was the ruthless mastermind of a clan tied to the infamous Macro Mafia. This is the true story of Noffel F. Noffel Fassi was born in the Netherlands to Moroccan parents. He grew up in Amsterdam West, where the temptations of quick money and street power were everywhere. From petty crime he quickly rose through the ranks. By the late 2000s he had connections in the international cocaine trade. His own group, the so-called Noffel clan, became a feared faction within the Macro Mafia, a loose alliance of Dutch-Moroccan criminal networks fighting over drugs, money, and power. In the early 2010s, Amsterdam's underworld turned into a battlefield. The so-called Macro Wars erupted after massive cocaine shipments went missing. Rival groups carried out shootings, bombings, and assassinations. Noffel avoided the front lines. Instead, he controlled operations from abroad, spending time in luxury villas in Marbella, or hiding in Dublin safe houses linked to the Irish Kinahan cartel. His alliance with Ridouan Taghi made him one of the most dangerous players in the Dutch underworld. In April 2015, violence escalated. The target was Peter Pjater R., a rival criminal in Diemen. As Pjater sat in his car, gunmen opened fire with dozens of bullets. Somehow he survived. His only chance of escape was to crash into a canal and flee under gunfire. For investigators, this was no random hit. It was a carefully planned execution attempt, and all signs pointed to Noffel. The breakthrough came not from witnesses but from encrypted phones. Like many criminals, Noffel relied on so-called PGP devices from the company Inetcom, believing his communications were secure. In 2016, Dutch prosecutors cracked the servers and uncovered millions of messages. Hidden inside were chilling details: orders for hits, payments to gunmen, even discussions about the failed Diemen assassination. The digital fingerprints tied directly back to Noffel. By that time he was living in Ireland, protected by associates of the Kinahan cartel. But in April 2016, Irish police stormed his hideout in Dublin. Noffel was arrested and extradited under heavy security to the Netherlands. Authorities described him as extremely violent, highly dangerous, and a major flight risk. In 2018 he was sentenced to 18 years in prison for ordering the Diemen attack. But prosecutors pressed further. In 2019 he was given a life sentence for orchestrating the murder of Ali Matamid, an Iranian engineer shot dead in Almere in 2015. Later it was revealed that Matamid was in fact a former political opponent of the Iranian regime, living in hiding. Dutch investigators argued that Noffel had arranged the hit, but whether on behalf of criminal interests or foreign powers remains unclear. In January 2025, the appeals court overturned the life sentence. Judges ruled that there was not enough evidence to convict him of the Almere murder. But Noffel was far from acquitted. He remained guilty of attempted murder in Diemen, of complicity in organized crime, and of laundering millions of euros in drug money. His final sentence: 25 years and 4 months in prison. Even behind bars, Noffel's reputation looms large. Dutch authorities continue to consider him a high-risk prisoner, both as an escape threat and as a potential target for rivals. In early 2025 he sued the state, demanding transfer to a lighter prison regime. The judge dismissed the request with dry irony, telling him that perhaps he should spend his time playing the harp or studying philosophy if he truly wanted to change his reputation. And in February 2025, Noffel's lawyers filed an appeal to the Dutch Supreme Court. It may be his last chance to reduce his sentence. For now, though, he remains locked away, one of the most infamous figures in the history of the Dutch underworld. Noffel F rose from the streets of Amsterdam to become a feared name across Europe. His story is one of power, encrypted secrets, and courtroom battles. But the question remains: was he simply a product of the violent world he grew up in, or the mastermind who helped shape it? What do you think? Share your thoughts in the comments and don't forget to subscribe for more true crime stories.